take pictures, please post them and push the awareness. Thank you.
Stop genocide in Tigray! 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 Stop. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. Say no to ethnic war. Say no to ethnic war. Ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say no to ethnic war. Say no to ethnic war. Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Say no to war! 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 Stop bombing Tigray! 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 Say no to war! 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 Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Say no to war! Say no to war! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Say no to war! Say no to war! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Say no to war! 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 Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Say no to war! 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 Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop the genocide! Stop genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Say no to war! Say no to war! Say no to war! Stop the genocide! Say no to war! 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 war! Say no to war! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Say no to war! 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 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! 1, 2, 3, 4! Say no to empty war! Stop bombing Tigray! Stop bombing Tigray! Say no to war! Say no to war! Say no to war! Say no to war! Stop bombing Tigray! 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 Say no to war! Say no to war! Peace in Ethiopia! Peace in Ethiopia! Peace in Ethiopia! Peace in Ethiopia! to war!
Say no to war!
Stop the genocide!
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 Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide!
Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide!
Say no to war! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Stop the genocide! Say no to war!
Different, right? He's a Pentecostal preacher. He has a smooth tongue. He's young. He's 44. No one expected this from someone so young. And yet here we are. It's hard. So today's day 9 of the Tigray genocide. We don't know what's going on. Journalists are being jailed. There's an information blackout. There are no phones. They don't even have power. The people are literally in the dark. Imagine that. Just so he can control the narrative of what's happening. They've closed the borders. No one can get aid. And as we all know, Tigray was already suffering because of the locust issue. So the people were dealing with food insecurity. And now he won't let any humanitarians across the border. How can we sit and watch as millions of people are displaced? Millions of people could die. We have to speak up. Now we know for sure at least, it was 7,000 and today I think 10,000 refugees who have crossed that border into Sudan. First now, we hear that they've set up concentration camps in the capital city. Can you imagine that? They're actually asking for ethnic IDs and they're putting people in concentration camps in Addis Ababa. Why isn't the U.S. speaking up? We've seen some people in Congress say things. Some powerful black women, Ayanna Pressley's spoken up. Heck, Elizabeth Warren has spoken up. The Pope has spoken up. Where are Colorado leaders at? Why haven't they spoken up? We need them to speak up. People's lives are on the line. So I want to give you background. First of all, Abiy was never elected. He was appointed.
That's right.
He was appointed in 2018, including the Tigray parliament voted for him to put him where he is today. Because his one mandate was to get us to 2020 for elections. But what happened when we got to 2020? He used coronavirus to skip the election. Does it sound like Donald Trump? Yes. He is the broke version of Donald Trump. Amen. So he wouldn't allow the federal elections, but what did Tigray do? Tigray held elections. So Tigray, the leaders in Tigray held elections anyway. They elected who they wanted to represent them, like it or not. So now there's a standoff. It's Tigray saying, we held an election, we have a legitimate government. It's Abiy saying, no, you're not legitimate. And Tigray telling him, no, you're the one who's gone longer than your mandate. You're illegitimate. So we have a standoff, right? But this is political. It shouldn't be met with violence. It shouldn't be bombing. That's not how you solve this type of problem. And that's our problem now. He claims that the Northerners attacked a base. I don't know, it sounds fishy. Analysts around the Horn are saying, no, troop movement started a week before that attack. So either Abiy can see into the future or he's lying, one or the other. What's even worse is that Abiy waited until the US and the world was distracted with an election here to make his attack. I already told you about the Tigray farmers and the food instability. Did you know that Israel tried to send scientists to help us? He turned them away. He closed our borders. He wants the people to starve. He sent bombs instead. That's crazy. It's crazy. And I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the other ethnic groups that have been hurt because of it during the last 2 years. We know that in the western region of Oromia and in Gucci, the Harari, so many people are displaced. In Jijiga, in the Somali region. We know over 2 million people are internally displaced. This is more than Syria. Can you imagine? And no one is standing up to him. All the statistics. This isn't just coming from me. So our demands today are straightforward. Number one, we want to raise awareness. We know that sunshine disinfects, so we need everyone to know what's happening to our people. Number two, we need the bombing to stop. Stop making people pay for their problems, their internal issues. We also need him to stop fighting Isaias Afewerki's war. We know what this is about. We need him to stop. We need him to stop the ethnic profiling, disband the camps in Addis Ababa. This is out of control. Restore the services in Tigray. If you're fighting a just war, why have you shut down the phone lines? Why have you shut down the power? Why won't you let the peasant go take money out of the bank so he can buy bread? Why would you shut the banks down? That doesn't make sense. He's recalled people of Tigrayan descent from all of their posts around the world. What does that tell you? That's not a fight against the government. That's a fight against the people of Tigray. That's our problem. And of course, we want a free and fair election in Ethiopia. If we're going to elect a prime minister, if that's our fate, to stay connected to Ethiopia, we want to see a legitimate prime minister put in place.
Right.
And I just want you to know, again, we're in good company. Ayanna Pressley has spoken up. Karen Bass has spoken up. I told you the Pope has spoken up. So this isn't controversial. You don't have to be Tigrayan to say no to war. You just have to be human.
Human.
You just have to be human.